Today, we're going to break down a really powerful blueprint for unlocking your true potential. We're going to look at what it takes using focus and real grit to overcome that one thing that holds pretty much all of us back from getting what we really want.
So just for a second, I want you to really think about it. What is the one thing, the single biggest barrier standing between you and where you want to go? You might think it's time, or maybe money, or even motivation. But the answer we're looking at today is a lot simpler and, well, a lot more direct.
Yep, that's it. Your phone. The idea here is that this little device that keeps us all so connected is also our single greatest source of distraction. And if you can conquer this one thing, you can unlock a level of productivity you probably didn't even think was possible.
Okay, so let's dive into this simple but kind of radical challenge. It's designed to prove a point, to show you just how much you can actually get done when you just get rid of that one huge distraction.
So the challenge is literally one step. For just 24 hours, turn your phone completely off. And I don't mean on silent or flipped over on your desk. I mean off. Then you take your most important goal and give it everything you've got. No interruptions, no notifications, just pure, deep focus. The claim here is pretty wild. You can get 4 days of work done in a single day. Think about that. It's like a hard reset for your brain's ability to concentrate. Now, a one-day challenge is a fantastic start, but how do you turn that into a permanent advantage? Well, that's where we get into the winner's mindset. It's about taking that feeling of focus and building a whole new mental operating system around it.
And this really gets to the heart of it. There's a huge gap between two types of people. On one side, you have those who talk a big game. They love to talk about what they're gonna do. On the other side, you have people with strong intentions. They don't need to talk about it, because they're just too busy preparing to actually do it.
And that's the thing, right? Real achievement isn't like winning the lottery. It's a process. It's about willingly, day after day, putting yourself through the heat, through the pressure, and literally forging yourself into someone who can handle that level of success.
In that whole forging process, it rests on this foundation. First, you have to believe in yourself, period. Because the second you let one negative thought in, like, oh, I can't do this, you've basically just opened the floodgates for laziness. Your determination has to be rock solid, unbreakable. Because all that hard work, all that fire you're walking through today, that is exactly what's going to separate you from everyone else tomorrow.
So, does this kind of mindset actually work in the real world? Or is it just a nice idea? Well, this isn't just theory. It's the real, lived experience of people who do unbelievable things. And there is one story in particular that is just legendary.
We're talking about the long-distance runner Mo Farah. His story isn't just inspiring, it's a perfect example of what an absolutely unbreakable will looks like.
I mean, just listen to this journey. As a kid, he gets a really bad foot injury. A doctor looks at him and says he will never walk properly again. Now, most people would hear that and just give up. But for him, that one sentence lit a fire. He made a vow right then and there to prove that doctor wrong. And that one single-minded decision turned him into one of the greatest runners in the history of the sport.
To give you an idea of what he achieved, he could run a 5K, that's 5 kilometers, in just over 14 minutes. That is a blistering, world-class pace that is just hard to even wrap your head around, especially for a guy who was told he'd never even walk right.
And then there's this. He won Olympic gold at 33 years old. For a long-distance runner, that's an age when most people are way past their prime. It's just proof of his incredible drive and a mindset that absolutely refused to believe in limits.
But here's the part of the story they don't always tell you. What does it feel like to chase that level of success? Let's be really clear. It is not glamorous. It is not comfortable. In fact, it is a brutal daily reality.
This right here is one of the most honest things you'll ever read about what it takes to be great. It just shatters that myth that if you push hard enough for a little while, it'll eventually get easy. For the people at the very top, the pain never goes away. The challenge just gets bigger.
So, this is the price of admission. It's your lungs feeling like they're on fire every single day. It's knowing that today has to be harder than yesterday. These kinds of people don't need alarm clocks. Their ambition literally yanks them out of bed. They are always, without fail, forging themselves in that fire.
So, we've talked about the challenge, the mindset, and the cold hard truth of the grind. And after all that, the entire message comes right back around to you.
And this is the absolute core of it all. The argument is simple and powerful. It doesn't matter where you start. Rich, poor, your background, your family.
None of that stuff actually defines your ultimate potential.
Which leaves us with this one big question to ask ourselves. It's not about what's holding you back anymore, it's about what's possible. It's not about your limits, it's about the size of your ambition.
And that's really the final thought here. In the end, the only thing that really, truly matters is how far you are willing to push yourself. Your past is irrelevant. The obstacles are just noise. The only thing that counts is how high you decide you can fly.